and this is a test live stream. I'm still working on some things and see if this one looks and sound better than the last one I did. So if you guys have any questions or comments, just go ahead and leave that in the section below. I'm watching my phone down here so I can see who's commenting and things like that. I'm trying out some new software here. But yeah, I just want to show you guys the X85K versus the X80J. I'm still going to be making a video on this, but I thought I'd show you guys some shots of it before all that comes out. But yeah, let me know where you're from. Are you from United States, abroad? Chime in. Let me know what you think. So while we're doing this, I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to the TVs over here and wake them up here. So I got them connected to my PS5, and I need to set them up. But yeah, I was looking at this picture, and one thing I really realized is that the X80J contrast appears to be a lot darker, but you can't deny the brightness. Yeah, exactly. So let me see if I can hit the remote real quick. I'll show you something. I left everything at factory settings. Sorry, I can barely get to it here. But both TVs are in cinema mode. Where I'm sitting right now, it's hard to get to it. But yeah, both TVs are in cinema mode. And I'm surprised myself that the black levels are actually better. Let's see if I can clear that out real quick. Yeah, sorry about that. Using one remote control, it's it's a little bit harder to get both TVs to respond. But yeah, I'm trying out a new setup here, and one thing I noticed is the TVs are a little bit crooked on my tripod. So I'll go fix that in a minute. Just give me a quick second. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back here. Let me know how the volume is now. I'm still, again, testing this out for actually the second time in a long while. But yeah, I'm trying to see if you guys like these type of videos. And if you do, when I'm filming my videos on the TVs, I can actually go ahead and do a live stream from time to time so you guys can see a little bit more behind the scenes. But yeah, let me switch over to the PS5 and we'll look up the video disc so you guys can see some of the different settings, see what you think. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just go back to the main screen. These are some demo discs that I created. So I'm seeing if I can see them a little bit better this time. So first thing I'm going to do is just go into like a little test disc, and this should be streaming at 1080p. So I know it's not going to be as good as my normal 4K videos I put out, but it's kind of give you an idea of how it works. Let's see here. So this is the disc I see already, and you can see the IPS is a lot darker for some reason. I don't really understand it myself because, the black level should be, okay, perfect. I don't want to like kill your ears, but yeah, I can crank it up as loud as, as you need it. So yeah, these are like a motion test here. You can see that the X85K and the X80J, they look almost identical. Let's go through a couple of, this is another motion test here. For some reason, when I play this back, I have, it's kind of inverted because I'm looking at a monitor and the camera's hooked up behind me. But one thing you notice here on this one, for some reason, the X80J is flickering a little bit, and that's the smaller television. I'm still working on the way how to label these on the live stream. When I switch over, that's pretty much a pre-recorded. So what kind of questions you guys have? We can talk about this, or I have a computer set up over here so we can pull up some screens. Definitely going to be adding some music to the background here because it's a little quiet. So let's see here. Let's go back here. And I think I can do this picture in picture too. So there we go. So now you can see me up in the corner there. Yeah, it's a lot of equipment to learn. I mean, I don't know if you guys ever did any kind of video editing or anything like that. But yeah, it's a lot of work to try to figure all this stuff out. So yeah, let's go into this contrast test and we'll look at it together. And my brightness on my camera looks like it is a little bit high, so I'll have to adjust that as we go. It's not set up as an automatic mode. You can see this test right here that the smaller TV, the J, does look much better. And one thing that stood out to me, if you look at the larger TV, that's the X80K, 85K. I gotta get all these numbers down here. It looks like it's not necessarily truly black. If you look at it right there, it looks more like a light gray or something like that instead of a dark gray. And I did all the adjustments and everything looks pretty much a little bit blown out on that television, even when I'm recording it here live. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get another camera set up in here. So yeah, let's see here. So what I was thinking about doing is, if this does work out and you guys like these type of videos, I'm going to pre-record a lot more footage and put it together. And that way, when we get to these demos, I can just hit play, and that way you can see it a little bit more in a better resolution when I got time to set up the camera the right way. Okay, so let's see. We're going to go over here to these different color presets. And you can see the IPS panel definitely is doing a lot better job. Let's keep it going here. But it's really dark. I mean, when I was doing my other footage before, it seemed like the IPS is doing a lot better. Hope the X85J. Oh, okay, the X75J. Yeah, I think here it was a 750, and I did that video, seemed like a year and a half, 2 years ago. But it was a great TV. Hang on, guys. Let me turn down the exposure a little bit. There you go. I did a little bit of adjustment there. But yeah, if you look at that background on that television, you see the X85K, the little bit larger right there. It's got this weird haze to it for some reason. And there's a little mark down there in the corner. So I'm thinking about taking this back and getting an X80, the 95K. I think some of you guys wanted to take a look at that. So I just had to pay a little bit more money to get it. And look at the uniformity here. Again, those corners are not so great. I know a lot of you guys watch different YouTubers. In fact, my stat says that, and that's okay. But the thing is that I try to show you exactly what I'm seeing. That's why I want to do this live stream, so you can see a little bit more that I'm not, making anything up. Everything you see is actually what I see live. So, but it's one of those things with, like, these TVs are good, but if you really want something for gaming or something that's can perform at a high level, you definitely want to consider, almost doubling or tripling your budget. It's pretty ridiculous how these TVs are performing really nice, but when you compare them to some of the more expensive ones, it's a whole different ball game. So it's still got that flicker. So yeah, I don't want to make this long. Again, this is a test live stream to take a look at what I can possibly do in the future. And if you guys have any questions or comments, that'd be very helpful to help me out so we can make this a lot better. And I'll have a better production, just like, my normal videos when I get everything together. So right here, I thought I was missing out on the X85J. No, you're not necessarily missing out. That I think people are getting sold on the fact of 120 hertz, but I have all the gaming consoles here, and I very rarely put them in 120 hertz. I mean, if you're really a hardcore gamer, in my opinion, you're gonna buy like a really expensive gaming rig to get the performance out of it, and a gaming monitor that has like 1 milliseconds of response time. I mean, these do good. I mean, they get about 13 or 14.7 milliseconds, so that works out pretty good. But yeah, I just want to so show you like this is the Sony's website. You can see that the X85K is available in 43. I went to 85. And if we go over here, let's see here. This is the Amazon pricing. So they're literally $2 less than going directly from the manufacturer. You got a 50-inch here. And really the biggest difference between these TVs I can see is that they're kind of making it the same. I did some footage on these televisions, and I noticed that the software is exactly the same, the chassis is exactly the same. So I'm just trying to figure out what exactly did they change on these newer models, except for the remote control. And again, here's the J series, but seemed like I don't really see the pricing on here. Maybe they took it off here. I lost it there. Another thing I want you guys to check out is this is a website. If you were trying to figure out what kind of panels they are, but unfortunately, they haven't updated to have the X85Ks on it yet. But this is where I usually get a lot of the specs I use. So you see right there, VA, IPS. This is the last year model, which is it looks like the same kind of setup. And then if you go over here, you can see these are not true 10 bits. They're 8 bits with frame rate control. So that's a whole different type of setup. A true 10 bit's gonna just look more smoother. It's just like having less artifacts and things like that. Let's see, X85. Yeah, I haven't tried it on PCs. Trying to do all these videos, it takes me usually 2 days to make a video. So I thought about kind of shorten the videos, but I think you guys are used to a certain quality that I try to put out. And I definitely don't want to give that away to put out more production. Maybe you would like that, not sure, but I'm trying to like really narrow all my videos down to about 8 minutes or less, and pack all the reviews in. So if you've been watching any of my footage lately, you probably noticed that I change the camera angle like about every 10 seconds to show you things so you can not get bored watching technology videos. But yeah, if you look through all these specs, everything's the same. So it's not really like this huge improvement that they doing. Let me turn off that picture. But maybe in the future, they're gonna make the TVs change by just making everything 120 hertz and very compatible, or they'll just kind of get rid of all the lower end TVs. I know I watch again Digital Trends and Beat Installer, Jokester. Those are all my buddies. I meet them at conferences from time to time. But yeah, they just seems like some of the other YouTubers don't even want to mess with TVs in this price range. So I actually use I buy these TVs for the most part, unless you see a sponsorship in the corner. So I think it's better for me to review more entry-level televisions than one or two higher-end televisions, because I try not to buy TVs and then return them. And I think there's some people who review televisions who does that. And I want to make sure that every time I buy TV, I keep it here so I can do a comparison. And in fact, I got a few more videos to make, and then you can start seeing a lot of comparison videos, because it's time to sell some of these things off. I still have even what's that one? Still have the Samsung from 3 years ago, the TU 8000s and stuff like that. But I got a longer table set up here. I'm gonna put together. Maybe I'll do a comparison between for the last 3 models, so you can see that. But those will be novelty videos. Most of you guys already bought something that you enjoyed, and I'm pretty sure that once you buy a TV, you just come and watch these kind of videos just for strictly entertainment more than a purchase and making decisions. But Another thing I would like you guys to do if you watch this live stream now or later is would you like to see more how-to videos? Because I used to make a lot of those showing people how to set up a sound bar, how to program the remote control for other items and stuff like that. If that's something you guys are interested in, leave me a comment below in the description though. But I appreciate it. It's like 19 people showed up here, and I didn't really expect a lot. Being it's the middle of the day on Monday, this is what I do: is I test TVs all day besides my personal life. But this is I'm glad you guys have joined in, and really appreciate it. And I can't wait to play this back to see if the quality level is better than I was using before. So, but that's all I have for now, guys. I appreciate you chiming in, and look forward. Again, leave some comments below so we can make this even better for the future. Talk to you later. Peace.